Hello and welcome back. I am Boetic, and today our goal is to take this zombie spawner and that zombie spawner, and we're going to do a double zombie farm and see how that works out. So, to get started here, the first thing we need to do, this is actually just coming right off this big open area that I have. If I go up here, you'll see the spider spawners that we have in this big cave. So it's fairly close to my base, so I can probably use this as a little easier XP farm if I can get enough zombies to spawn to where I can really fill them up. But to get started here, I need to, just like in the skeleton farm that we built, I'm going to need to go ahead and create a 9x9 section with the spawner right in the center for both of these. So I've got a little digging out I need to do. And I'm going to do that to get started. And I'll walk you through the next process once that's done. All right, so I have finished mining around both of these. And let's just take a look at them real quick. So I've got let's see, do I have something I can use to mark this? Sure, we'll just use some cobble. So if we come straight down here, that's the center. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 on that side, 1, 2, 3, 4 on that side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a 9x9, and I went up one block from there. So there's 3 above, and then there's also 3 blocks below the spawner here as well. And I did that so there's enough room for the zombies to go below the spawner on their water. So we'll probably end up doing water along this side, maybe, I'm not sure yet, but they'll be able to go under it. And then the same thing applies here. I went 3 below and there's 3 above on this one. Exact same setup. Again, that's off by 1. So we've got the middle there, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and same on this 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is a 9x9 section as well. So that's kind of key when you're building a spawner farm with skeletons or zombies, because that's going to give you the right amount of room for the water to run off to one of the sides and go from there. Now, the other thing I did, I went ahead and broke some of the blocks in this section so I could see that spawner was running, look this way, see that spawner's running, and kind of I want to try to figure out where I want to be standing to use these, because I think what I'm going to have to do is probably bring the zombies together from both of these, probably somewhere right around here, take them up in a chute or something like that, and then I'll probably use bring them down right about here, because I know that both of them are running. That one's off now, so right at this torch is the limit for that one. And let's see. Ooh. And this wall is the limit for that one. So I really feel like this is a really great place to stand right here. I don't want to go any farther that way. I could come a little bit over here, but I have a feeling I'm going to need to use this. And one of the other things I want to do, I want to be able to maybe see those spawners. So I might spend a little bit of time to get some tinted glass or something. But the next step is going to be to figure out where I want those zombies to congregate so I can kill them. And I think that's going to be, probably probably let's go right here. That way I've got a little bit of space to back up, and I'm not going to lose, right? Yeah, I'm not going to lose that. Okay, cool. So I'll be able to build myself a little room right in here. And let me just clear this going all the way back to that spawner. And so this is the block that I want to drop the zombies on. So coming from here, that shouldn't be a big deal. I'll probably run them off to this side. Coming from here, I'll probably move all the zombies towards me and then send them up a water chute right here. And it really looks like I can probably just bring them into the same water chute right here. That would be great. Yeah, so then I want them to land on this block. So that's the next piece of this. I'm going to go ahead and put in the water so I can bring the zombies this way. This spawner is 1 block higher than this spawner. So I want to get them on a consistent height. So I might take the ground down 1 more on this side. So then they go into a water elevator, probably right about here, maybe. It might end up being over here. And then we'll go from there. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on that. And I will bring you back once that piece is done. All right, so I have done a little bit of the water now, and let me just kind of walk you through what I've done. So the first thing I did, go ahead and put a half slab right above your spawner here. That will keep anything from spawning on top of it. And if they spawn on top, it's just going to lower your rates and all of that. So what I did, I ran source blocks of water across the side there, and it ran all the way to, so that will run 8 blocks. And so on the 9th block, I dug down 1, and I ran more water coming towards the front, ran it for 8, let it drop down, and then I've got a little, there's actually, it's hard to see here, but I'll show it in a different way, but there's a wall, and then that wall leads into a soil block, and then we've got these trapdoor or gates to allow the water to stay in there. And on that soil block, I've got water running the opposite direction so that it kind of sucks the zombies in. And I'll show you that in a different way. But so let's just kind of go through and let myself kind of drift through the water here. So you go across, and then the zombies will flow down, and they'll get here. They'll hit the top of that wall, it'll knock them up, and then the water will take them on up here, and they'll go up the water, and that feeds them into this section where they'll come here. Oh, there's a zombie up here somewhere. They'll get here, and they'll drop back down into here. And then that's where I am killing them. So that's my little drop chute. Doesn't take them down to exactly 1 heart, but it comes pretty close. And then let's just go on the other side here. Same kind of thing. Actually, not same kind of thing. The exact same thing, except for just pushing the water a different way. So we've got water source blocks there, going down, coming around. And I want to show you that how I'm doing the ramp there in a little better of a way. So let's jump into my redstone world real quick, and I can show that a lot better. All right, so here is one of my redstone testing worlds where I just kind of build out a bunch of things. And this is a mock-up of how we're moving those zombies around. So I've got water, and that water feeds over into a wall, And then that wall will make you go up to this next soul soil. And then I have, it's not just that first source block on top of the soul soil. I have flowing water going the opposite direction. And what that's going to do is it's going to suck the zombie in towards the water better and allow them to flow in. So let's just throw a couple zombies in here and you can see what I'm talking about. They go up and over. And they'll eventually knock those babies up too. There's a lot of babies that came out in that group, but they'll go over and just keep feeding. And they'll just knock each other into the water the next time. So as the next one comes in, and the higher the water is there, the better you're going to be at getting them up and into that next section. So let me just go ahead and get them over there. And yeah, so that's the gist of what's going on. These babies will turn into drowns right there, but they'll float up or come up as well eventually too. So but yeah, that's the gist of what we're doing there. And the key part is this actual making sure that you have this piece so it sucks the zombie over as they go across. And let me just show one other thing here. If the water's a little bit higher when it goes across that, they won't get stuck like they are there. So let's So it just goes straight. Whether they're a big zombie, let's see, there's a couple little zombies, they go across real easy. So you don't want it to be at the very end of the water stream right here. You want to make sure that that water stream is not at like the last block that it has or anything like that. So let me go ahead and block that one off. Break it. I'm gonna go there. And, you know, maybe 4 blocks away, you see how it's a little higher there. So that's what we're really going for. And now if we drop some more zombies in here. Every once in a while, one wants to stop. And you see how the babies are coming up there now. I'm breaking things. There we go. Okay. But yeah, that's the gist of what we're doing here. Okay, so I wanted to show you that. Now let's get back into the world and tell you what I'm going to do next. Alright, so we're back now, and the next thing I want to show, let's first kind of go through, just since I walked through the other one, let's go ahead and walk through this one. So the zombies will come down here, they'll get into this water stream, they'll flow over, they'll go here, float up, same exact process we showed earlier. They'll come down this water stream and then they end right here. And they'll fall down same way as the other one. So let's go ahead and fix that. Now this is just high enough that a baby zombie can't get out. If it was just a half block, the baby zombie would be able to get out. If it was a full block, baby zombie would be able to get out. This keeps them from being able to get out. I've got a line of hoppers coming out of this that go down and they run over here, and then I've got a redstone clock that powers this dropper, and then some observers here that power the rest of these to feed all the items into these chests here. So if we were to turn it on and start running zombies through this, all the zombie drops would go into these chests here. So really, the farm is basically complete now. If I go ahead, I'm not going to accidentally hit that with that. If I go ahead and kill that light and kill that light, we'll start getting some zombies in here. The rates aren't going to be amazing because there's still a little bit of light going in there, and they're going to track me anytime they see me. So like that one that was over there was trying to track me. That one's trying to track me. But if I get kind of out of the way here, you can see that zombie going up right there. They start coming down here, and we can start killing zombies. So the farm is now functional. We're getting XP, we're getting drops, we're getting everything we need from it. The next step, and this is more of just a personal preference than anything, I really like to make the areas where I have farms like this, make them look kind of nice, add some design around them, and try to make them like make them a little more fun to use. So that's the next step here. I'm going to go through, I'm probably going to put some glass or the stained glass so no light gets through here, so you can look in and you can see the spawners when they're active, a few things like that. Maybe clean up the entrance here a little bit so it's an easy way to get in and get down to where this is, and really this is going to give me more XP just because it will give me more zombies than I was getting skeletons at the skeleton farm. So this is going to probably serve as a little basic XP farm until we do something bigger, like an Enderman farm or something like that. So yeah, the next step here is to pretty this place up a little bit. All right, I'll bring you back once I've got that done. All right, so here we are for the big reveal of the design I did. So if we come down here, you're going to start seeing some of the... You can see back in there, it might be too dark, but you can see the spawner, which is nice because when it dumps zombies, you can see the zombies fall. That's pretty neat. Got a big opening here going into kind of the main chamber where the zombies are dropping down. You can see through over to there, and same thing here. There's another piece of the mine shaft on the other side here, so I went ahead and highlighted that by being able to see through it here. Side note, this also kind of doubles as a glow squid farm, because there's yeah, so those glow squid will eventually die. They'll get themselves stuck and that kind of thing, and they'll actually double as a glow squid farm there. So but yeah, that's kind of neat. You can see it's working pretty well. I use stained glass here, so all of the zombies, as they're coming down, you can see them. You can see if they're wearing any armor or anything like that. Not that that matters. I just thought it was kind of neat to see what's going on here. And come over here, we get plenty of drops. You can see all the things from as I was building here. I did get a copper ingot, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, so you can see none of the zombies are coming through or anything. Just working out really well. Lots and lots of XP coming out of here. Even hit the hoppers for you. Yeah. So I think that works pretty well. Let me know what you think about the design and the farm in general in the comments. This has been a real fun one to put together. I enjoy building these kinds of things and figuring out how to mash up two farms and get them to come out, or two spawners, getting them to come out in the same spot. So yeah, I think I'm going to hang out here for just a little bit longer, get up to 40 levels, and that should give me plenty to be able to throw some enchantments on a few things. This has been Oh, just got hit by something. Oh, that guy must have had thorns on his armor. I forget that thorns will make you think you got hit. All right. Well, I appreciate you hanging out with me and working with me as I got through and got this double zombie farm up and working here. If you enjoyed this episode, please make sure to hit that like button. If you want to see more episodes like this, leave me a message in the comments. I know there's an opportunity for a double cave spider spawner right outside of this area, so that might be an opportunity for me to do kind of the same thing, but a different type of farm, since those cave spiders are a little interesting to work with. But yeah, and if you're enjoying the series, please feel free to go look at some of the other videos in the series, and don't forget to subscribe so you'll get notified anytime I release new episodes. I appreciate it. Thanks. Have a great day, y'all.